Welcome. My name is Sunday Gardner, your online travel boss. And so in today's conversation, we're going to talk about what's your why? Why do you want to start a travel business? And some of the things that you should consider when thinking about starting your own travel business. I am super glad that you are here. If you watch this in the replay, please do not forget to push hashtag replay so I know that you were there. You can always leave me a comment if you would like to, if you have any questions or would like to get more information on how to start your own successful travel business. Do not hesitate to reach out below and send me a Facebook message. That is where you will find me most days answering questions for future entrepreneurs. So let's get started. If you are inside of my group, How to Start a Travel Agency, we are doing a 5-day series on all of the information it takes for you to make an educated decision about becoming a travel agent and also what it takes to launch a successful business. So what I always tell future travel business owners is getting the superpower to become a travel agent is less than 5 minutes if you partner with a host. And we'll be talking about that more over the next 5 days. But what I will tell you is that having the superpower without understanding how to wield it or use it is probably the most important thing that you'll need to get out of the next 5 days. So stick with me over the next 5 days inside the group. I'll leave a link in this video on how you can join our exclusive 5-day group. And then if you have any questions, you can also reach me on Facebook Messenger. All right, so let's get started. I often, when I talk to new and prospective entrepreneurs, I ask the question, why do you want to get in business? What is your reason? What's your shtick, right? What is the thing that's going to keep you going day after day after day? What's your why? And so what I always like to do is start with my why. Many years ago, when I became an entrepreneur in 2006, we opened up our first small business. We opened up a barbershop that's still open. My husband works that business. And I never really thought of myself as an entrepreneur, but my husband did. And if you know me, you know that my story is that he is the one who had the vision to be an entrepreneur. I always knew that I was going to work for someone. I was going to make 6 figures working for somebody. I was going to have, 4 or 5 week vacation. And the thought of becoming an entrepreneur was something that was not even on my radar until I met my husband. And once his concept was he was never working for anybody. He's from Jamaica, so he's he's outside of the country, outside of the United States, and he was like, "I'm not working for anyone. I'm going to work for myself. I'm opening up my own business, and you're doing it with me." And I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'm doing it with you." And so we jumped, and we opened up our first business. And I will tell you, those years, those first years were scary. They were long hours. They were compelled with a lot of trial and error. We had never opened up our own business. We luckily had enough funds to sustain us through the hard times, the hills and valleys of opening up your business, particularly when you don't have a plan, a marketing plan or a strategy in terms of how you're going to attract new business. So we jumped and we did it. And, gosh, it's almost 12 years now. I guess it's 12 years. We're in 2018, so it's 12 years now, and it's been an amazing journey. But our why was because we wanted to leave a legacy, and we wanted, really for him, it was he wanted to be his own boss. But period, end of story. For me, I jumped with him because he was my husband and I wanted to support him. But I have subsequently jumped and created many additional businesses since 2006. And what I'm recently doing is I've been an online coach for the last 2 years, a marketing and a business coach, to help new entrepreneurs maneuver through the minutia of all the information that's out there on the internet and help you not take years to become successful and not go through those hills and valleys that we experience. So And when I jumped, the many times that I've jumped afterwards, obviously I've learned from the mistakes that I've made in the past. But the why for me, as I've jumped and created these businesses for ourselves, has been really about leaving one, a legacy, two, and two, being able to have the financial freedom, right? So I do make six figures in my 9 to 5 job, which allowed us to have our business flourish in the time that normally it would have probably gone out of business while I was learning how to market and how to be successful. But subsequently, we now have a 6-figure business in our businesses because we have a plan of action and we know how to market our business and we know how to attract strangers to our business. And so it's all these ands that we acquired that knowledge over time. And so our why is for financial security now. This is the reason why we continue. It's for financial security, the ability to create multiple streams of income for our family, so that we can go on vacation whenever we want, so that we can do the things that we want to do. Our why is very strong, right? We have not only done this for ourselves, but we have passed on the entrepreneur bug to our family. Right. So our children are entrepreneurs already. Right. So our sons are, they're not teenagers, so they're preteens, and they've already started their own businesses. Our daughter is a part of our business. My mother is a part of our business. So we're not only doing it for ourselves, but we're doing it for our family, right? So our family, and creating a legacy for our family, not only for our current family, but our future family, is what our powerful why is for, right? So you need to have a why. Why do you want to do this thing called opening up your own business, right? Even if you're trying to open up a travel agency that is online and you're going to work from home, it's still a business, right? It's still an online business, and it's still going to require you to have a plan, for you to be structured, for you to have a vision, for you to have a plan on how you're going to attract strangers consistently. Because once you go through your friends and family, then what, right? Your friends and family alone are not going to grow a 6, 7, 8-figure business. You're going to have a process in place for you to consistently attract strangers to your business and convert them to clients, right? So your why needs to get you through the days when stuff just doesn't happen the way that you want it, even though you have a plan, right? I can tell you many examples of when things just don't fall through. I'll give you a prime example. Recently, we had a group trip. So within our travel agency, we had a group trip that we were working with a client, and that client was 35 people in their group trip. It was going to be a graduation. And we had been working with that client for about 3 weeks to plan the trip, identify alternatives with different cruise lines. And at the last minute, the trip just fell through. And it was by no fault of our agency that the trip fell through, but it was disappointing, right? We had put that time and effort into the trip and it fell through. But you know what? I'm not sad, and I'm not like, oh my gosh, our business was counting on that business to keep our doors open. No, you know the reason why? Because we have a consistent way to attract strangers to our business. We have a consistent flow of new business coming into and repeat business, right? So when something falls through, I'm bummed because it was a relationship that we were building, and that relationship is not over, but it was a bum. It was a bummer, right? We worked on it and it didn't fall through. And so it sort of let me down. But, I was able to quickly recover and say, you know what? That's sad. Hopefully she'll use our agency again when she decides, if her family comes together again for the next group trip, or she wants to book a trip personally for her and her husband, children, whatever the case may be. That customer is not forever lost. But it was a down moment in our business, right? And you're going to have down moments as well. And your why needs to compel you through that, because everything is not going to always be peaches and roses, and the sky is always going to be bright. There are going to be some rainy days, and your why needs to be able to get you through, right? There are going to be days you're going to be pulling out your hair and you're going to be like, why am I in business, right? Even though you may love your business, you're going to have those days. Your why gets you through, right? The fact that you're doing this for something greater than just monetary reasons, right? So if your why is, I just want to make a whole buttload of money, that's not going to get you through, right? Because you can make a whole buttload of money and still be significantly unhappy in your business. Your why needs to be strong. It needs to resonate with your values. It needs to resonate with who you are as a person, and it needs to give you purpose, right? So that purpose is the thing that's going to be stronger than the downs that happen with your business. So that's all I really wanted to share with you all today, was to make sure that when you think about starting your own travel agency, that you have a compelling reason why you want to do that. Because being a business owner, as I always say, it's so much easier working for someone else, right? You just go in, you clock in, you get your paycheck, and that's it. But if you want to become a successful entrepreneur, there's blood, sweat, and tears that you've got to put in your business, but it's always worth it if your why is strong. All right, this is Sunday Gardner. It was great talking to you guys today. Again, if you have any questions, please look below in the description to get directly into my inbox. Ask me any questions. So let's talk a little bit about what your next steps are. As I mentioned, there is going to be, over the next 5 days, there's going to be information on how you can launch a successful business. I have a program called Business Foundations, and that Business Foundations is an online program with me in a group setting where we not only take you from travel agents, right? So you get your superpower, you become a travel agent. We take you from having the superpower to actually launching a successful business with the Sound Foundation. That foundation includes identification of your travel niche, really digging deep, identifying what your business vision is, making sure that you've got a good, really great business structure, so that you're legal. Uncle Sam's not going to be knocking on your door years from now and say, you owe me money because you didn't structure properly. We're also going to go over branding for your business. We'll also go over foundations of marketing, so that within the next 60 days after you launch your business, you are converting a stranger or a friend or family into a paying client. You're getting your payments in for booking travel. So that's a super exciting program. We have just launching that program. And if you are interested in getting more information, please send a message to me and I will give you all the information about that. The name of that program is Business Foundations for the Travel Professional. And we are doing a special for that right now for the next 72 hours. It is $300 off. So if you'd like to sign up for $197, please reach out to me, get the information, and you can become a person not only who is dreaming about their future business, but actually preparing to launch their travel agency. And this is Sunday again. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.